All right, we're picking up from that incident of Peter being absolutely wild and brainwashed. Can she speak, though?
Let's try your voice now.
Right.
Okay, take your time.
Ooh.
You'll have a lot of swelling in your vocal cords.
But,
yeah.
we're trying something new today. We're going to test his response on someone he remembers from home. It's okay.
We live in District 13 now. It's a real place. Stories are true.
There was an attack on 12.
Yeah.
My family.
Bakery didn't survive.
Yeah. Okay, so this brainwashing was absolutely just, detrimental to this man's overall outlook on life. We get that. Wow. Okay. Just, let me soak that in for a second and I'll formulate an opinion in a couple of moments.
Snow has to pay for what he's done. I want to help the rebels in any way I can.
It's hard to see PETA this way.
That's not PETA.
We can't get into the capital until we control District 2.
Then send me to 2.
Before we left,
What did you think?
something selfish.
Something selfish.
But you don't have to be jealous of him anymore.
But he had to be jealous of him before.
No. It's designed to blind and smoke clings to the eyes. That's an application of the hummingbird trap. You scare
Hummingbird
people
trap?
So they flee in this
I
direction.
guess there are no rules anymore about what a person can do to another person.
Right, all bets are off, absolutely. Yeah, like this very specifically feels like a time where it doesn't matter. Absolutely, there are no rules. They're going to play as dirty as humanly possible to achieve whatever they, would like to achieve. And whoever's on the other side, the opposition, is absolutely intelligent. I didn't even think of the possibility of was what they're saying, hijacking the mind of a human being to go against. It's pretty savage, bro. Yeah, they don't care. They absolutely don't care about anything, just winning. There are no morals or no ethics. This is a pretty serious kerfuffle here, guys.
President Coyne, we're indebted to you for the reinforcements and the Mockingjay.
Or was that Brienne of Tarth?
I'm not sure. This is the nut.
Definitely
Capital's
her.
headquarters. This isn't like the rest of Pan Am. Support for the capital runs deep here.
Then there is no sacrifice too great. We need to control the arsenal inside that fortress.
We can't attack straight on, and couldn't we use a hovercraft to strike around it? We'll use the mountains. We have weak spots in the peaks.
We could design the bomb targets in sequence using seismic data.
Trigger avalanches.
Block all exits, cut off their supplies. You make it impossible for them to launch their hovercraft.
Bury them alive.
I mean, but they can't use them, though, right? And that's why the Mockingjay is there. Well played, absolutely.
Even if those civilians are just mopping floors, they're helping the enemy.
They are, absolutely.
If they have to die, I can live with that. Sometimes it's personal.
It's absolutely terrible. Like the concept of just, deleting people that are just in proximity to the enemy. I see both of their points. His very specific point is just like, hey, listen, we need to just delete everyone that surrounds them because they are absolutely facilitating their existence, right? And Katniss is like, oh, but if we take this very specific stance, then you're no different than what's actually happening right now. You're doing whatever needs to get done to win, regardless of any type of human life. I understand both of them. I'm kind of leaning in the middle of them. I like both of the stances, certain points of them. I don't know. I just don't want people to just randomly be deleted. It's like a moral issue here. But I definitely don't want like random people to be deleted.
This is Katniss Everdeen.
Hold your fire!
We blew up your mine. You burned my district to the ground.
I'm not a slave.
You absolutely are.
I am always Snow. I am being at peace in his game. Why are you fighting the rebels? Your neighbors.
Because they were told to.
Your family. We all have one enemy, and that's Snow.
Turn your weapons to Snow.
A toast.
She's obviously
Antonius.
not gone.
With our best troops crushed in the mountains and the rebels marching on us as we speak.
If Peter didn't kill it, her own arrogance did.
It's the guy from Prison Break, bro. Absolutely.
If the Mockingjay were gone, the rebels would already be using her as a martyr.
Absolutely. She's obviously not.
Antonius.
Bro, we're like
I'm afraid that is not what we were
20 minutes into the movie, bro. She's definitely not gone.
Rebels can be held off out.
Lure them into the city, and then our game makers will make them pay for every inch with blood. I want every camera watching. We toasted a glorious era.
Multiple questions? Snow has an idea to just basically turn everything into a game, right? They're obviously playing like a propaganda kerfuffle between each other, right? Look at how amazing my footage looks versus yours, right? While actually not solving anything. Something tells me this is probably going to be a very good movie, in my eyes at least. Part one was interesting. It was just long and it was just very, I can't explain that, guys. There were a couple of parts of that movie that were really, really good, and then the rest of it was just like a setup. It was just the setup of whatever we're going to encounter here, but I kind of wish they would have kind of melded together a little bit. But as of right now, this one here is definitely much better than part one so far.
Speech you gave. Rabbit's-born actually knows anything about my reality.
Okay.
At least 20 times in a session, he tells me that I'm totally safe. I mean, it's everybody's job to keep you alive.
Is that why you hate me?
Partly. You're also a little hard to swallow. The whole tacky romance drama.
Right.
Of the hopeless act.
Okay.
It's not an act.
Well, okay. The romance part, I don't need it. It's irrelevant to me. But the fact that she's like the defender of the hopeless, that seems to be her overall being, right? I mean, that's just who she is as a person. I respect it. That's the thing that I think probably is bringing fans that are generally not into romance movies or books or anything, because I personally am an absolute, I don't know, guys. Romance movies are not for me. Romance books are not for me. None of the romance nonsense is really for me. Just give me things that matter. And she definitely is absolutely a defender of the hopeless. It's not an act. And again, that's what I think is bringing people that are not into those type of movies in the first place into this very specific movie.
Which makes it even more unbearable.
The story is great.
But nobody likes me.
I like her. I like her character.
Maybe here, but...
Like from the beginning, when we first encountered her in the elevator, I was like, yeah, she's cool. I can't explain it, right? Her energy is just, I don't care about anything. And I like that.
The only thing that they're scared of.
And people said you loved me.
Did people say you love me?
They said that's why Snow tortured you. To hurt me.
Snow says that everything that comes out of your mouth is a lie.
Bro.
Showing them that you're alive.
I should be with the troops.
It'll be like being on the front line.
As far as the soldiers know, you survived a bullet to the heart. I think they'll...
Okay, so for the sake of the actual story, I think that she should probably do what they're saying. Stay here. Don't, continue making all these propaganda, movies and flicks and things like that, right? But I think for the sake of maybe pure selfishness, I know the camera follows wherever she is, right? And I would prefer for her, as purely selfish to be out with the action, personally. Because I think that was kind of the issue with part one. Like part one, again, it follows her, no problem, this is the movie. But she's not doing anything that's like super interesting when she's here. But when she's out, every time she leaves, absolute amazingness happens, guys. So please leave. I see that she has gotten her costume design back. The one that dresses crazy. Like, I mean, she looks absolutely ridiculous, guys. But not as bad as I guess she would be in the Capitol.
He needs to see my eyes when I kill him.
Now you're talking. Anybody can buddy Katniss, even a president. You just have to be willing to sacrifice yourself.
That was an amazingly written line right there, guys. Amazing.
Go on.
This is her saying goodbye to her sister because she's about to escape without saying anything. This may be the last time you see me. Hug me, hold me close, I think is what's probably going through her mind currently. VTOLs, APCs. No APCs. It's like landing platforms. Oh. Like she's not going to be recognized? Katniss walks out of K7. Right. Like your face is the most recognizable face. Period. And 13 thought that they could hold this.
And whatever she's doing, we conceived it.
Did you?
It was our plan all along.
Was it?
Of course it was.
She's the same as Snow, but different, right? Her vibe is off. Katniss knows what she's doing. She does not need the assistance of these group of people who are obviously plotting in the same manner for control that Snow has, right? You're worried about game makers and playing a game. This what's happening is not a game. This is real life. People are absolutely being deleted on a consistent basis over nonsense. A game, basically. I don't really see her. I mean, she's different slightly. The woman president. You know, she's different slightly, and I mean slightly, as in she's letting people kind of live in a sense, right? But I guess Snow is also letting people live, but as long as they agree with his very, very specific perspective. I don't know. They both are similar, but not really that different. She's not doing it for you. She's doing it for her. And what's good, basically.
To slow our advance, President Snow is building a minefield of traps and lethal devices called pods. If we succeed, let it be for all of Panem and let it be forever.
Right. What she said.
I know when you're going to go off on your own.
Guys, was that the only time we were going to see Brienne of Tarth, or she's going to play a larger part later on?
I couldn't stop you if you wanted to come.
Hawthorne, Aberdeen. Come meet your new unit.
That's a short honeymoon.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're going to have one in the Capitol after we take it.
Yeah, there's like an interesting trend that I'm starting to kind of piece together here.
You're to be the on-screen faces of the invasion. The Star Squad.
Can trigger anything from bombs to traps to mutts.
Mutts.
You cannot move without this device.
Peter called Katniss a mutt. When I think of a mutt, I think of a mixed bred dog. Could that be what he's referring to? And why would Peter have called Katniss a mutt? I don't know. Is she a mixed bred dog? Are we going to see like multiple like iterations of Katniss Everdeen since she's a mutt?
I've never seen this place so empty.
Just keep your eyes open.
There's a lot of windows, bros.
Good.
4 red, 4 yellow, 4 black. Referring to the arrows, guys.
Is that peacekeepers?
Unless you guys have vehicles. gas powered. It looks Russian.
Okay, stop.
Hold up. Everyone relax.
What are we doing?
Jackson, cuff him. Show that he's on our side now.
Yeah, bro. I don't know about that.
He's not in control of himself.
And if it really came down to it, you think you could shoot him?
I wouldn't be shooting PETA.
Right.
I'd be killing a capital nut. Nobody would think I'd be a leader.
But you throw your support to someone. Would it be her?
No.
If your immediate answer isn't yes, then you're dangerous.
Yep.
I'm planning for you to have a long life.
And this is why they sent PETA. Yeah, her vibe was off in the beginning, guys. We're here.
Enemy, target, mutt, and now ally. Yeah, I'll add that to the list of words I use to try to figure you out.
Bro, Coing embedded a sleeper agent into their unit.
Our war is not.
Look, I mean, listen, I understand the reason for that entire, like, the scene. PETA is just trying to become himself again, right? But, like, guys, we're in the middle of a kerfuffle zone, okay? Time and a place.
This is a good spot.
Yeah, in terms of composition, it looks very
Okay,
good.
let us clear
Mm.
Got a pod.
Split, take cover.
Stay back.
Guys, they definitely mean business. Like the caliber of those weapons that are being fired. What are they expecting? People or something else? Okay, because that's brutal. I mean, I get it. It's Hunger Games 76, right? But that caliber for like human, like personnel deletion is just savage, guys. That's just, it's pure savagery. It's pure savage. Like, body armor would do nothing to protect you from that caliber. Right. Do not trust Coing at all, bro. Oh, no, bro. Oh. So. Bro, get him out of here, bro. Oh, my. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Yeah, it's going to keep coming in. Bro, just throw Peter over the balcony, bro. We're done with him. Bro, what is that? It looks like oil.
451 to base, over.
Hey, we better move.
They're doing much better in this movie with continuity in terms of like the arrows not just like miraculously refilling themselves like in GTA or Red Dead Redemption, let's say, right?
Peacekeepers didn't.
451 to
Yeah,
base.
it's still 4 red, 4 yellow, 3 black because she fired 1 arrow.
Ebony, what did I just say? The hollow. Come on, let's go.
Don't trust him.
Boggs gave it to me.
As your new unit commander, I order you to transfer security clearance to me.
Don't trust him.
I can't do that.
He thinks if we can film the Mockingjay assassinating Snow, it'll make the capital surrender before the casualties get too high.
Boggs promised me that when the time came, you would help me.
Nah, pack her up, bro. Get her out of here. Yeah, I don't trust her either now, bro.
I don't think we're gonna leave any footprints. We should move now. And those cameras outside should be covered up by the oil.
She can't move
Oil.
like this. Her leg's too bad.
Like, is there something like in the oil, or does the oil have like a special, like, destructive compound, or were they just trying to, in a sense, drown them in oil? Also, I would have figured that if he was able to just hit the glass like that, I'm pretty sure the oil covered like the majority of that window. It's not like safety glass, or because generally if you have glass underneath like a liquid, it needs to be super thick because the pressure of that will break the glass. If he was able to just hit the glass and break it, shouldn't all of the glass have broken on the bottom floors? Just based off of the actual weight and pressure of the liquid? And oil is much heavier than water. Oh, that's one way. Mandatory viewing.
Some alliances don't last forever.
Take
a look at what happened just a moment ago.
The next move is to kill me.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I'm sorry, Peter, bro. You just made everyone look terribly. All right? You're not safe to be around. Like, I understand the mental things that are going on in his mind. He can't control this, but he's now an absolute detriment, guys. They're just bragging about the deletion.
You call yourselves an alliance, but we saw what that means.
I think he fully knows that she's not gone.
Your soldiers are at each other's throats.
I am President Al McCoy, leader of the rebellion.
Dead or alive, Katniss Everdeen will remain the face of this revolution.
Guys, the fact that she's like randomly, I get it, she's trying to get emotional and add tears. This is why generally, I don't know, maybe it's just me personally, or maybe it's just my autism potentially, but like when people cry, I just think it's noise. I would like to understand that, but I think if you cry in front of me, you're trying to manipulate me. Personally, whenever I hear someone crying or see someone crying, unless they're a child, that's the only real excuse, or they lost like someone super close to them, and then it'll be able to make sense in my head at least, right? But generally, if I hear people start to cry when you're speaking, I'm going to think you're trying to manipulate me,
She will not have died for nothing.
or like manipulate the situation. She didn't.
Her vision.
You didn't mean anything to her. Ooh. Yeah, a lot of pods. The sewers?
Another way.
He worked sanitation down here. Right after they made him an AVOX.
But I mean, wouldn't they start to think that, okay, listen, if I put everything on the streets and on the rooftops, I would personally think that they would also do the sewers, the underground. Absolutely. Would make sense. Why would you leave that open? Okay, so not passenger trains, but industrial type trains.
It's her. The arena has moved underground.
Oh no. Oh no. And like the problem here is, guys, yeah, Snow's a terrible person, but it looks like he's obviously going to be expiring probably within the next couple of months anyway. So deleting him is not going to be as pleasurable as if you would have caught him 20, 30 years ago. Such unfortunate event. He got to live a long life. This Snow character.
Yeah.
But what was that gas? I mean, now that the arena has moved underground, why would you be that close to Peter, bro?
You know, the Capitol, they use tracker venom on me. The ones that they change, they have this quality. It's like they're shiny. They've been glossed over.
Wake him up. More anamorphics. Filmed beautifully, no doubt, guys. No doubt. I can't figure out what stretch it is, but it filmed beautifully, regardless. Guys, that would have been a perfect time for a jump scare. All right. Generally, you can always forecast one of those jump scares by the dead silence that occurs kind of right before it goes music, 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 music. then someone looking into the camera or someone by themselves in a distance or something. Then out of nowhere, noise, jump scare. Okay, and they're obviously real, not like holograms. Well, how many did they send? Finnick and his trident. Oh, Finnick is handling business, bros. Is Finnick not going to make it? Bro, feels like it. I don't know. I hope he does. I think he was a solid character. So he got bit by one of those things. Is he going to now become one of those things? I don't know how this works.
Night luck. Night luck.
Oh no, what's she going to do, bro? She has 1 hour left. The dressmaker?
We need your help.
Tigress. I mean, express yourself as you personally desire. It's not my business.
I know you.
Really?
You're a stylist in the games.
Maybe she will sell them out. Because, guys, she just said that until Snow decided that I wasn't pretty enough any longer. I wonder what she can do to get back into the games. Sell them out. I don't know. I just don't trust anybody in this world, guys.
Clove. Virus. Rue.
Okay.
What do all those deaths mean? All those deaths? They mean something.
Yeah, it means that they lived.
Senna. Boggs. Castor. Jackson. Finnick.
So what you're telling me is that one kiss from Katniss changed him back into a human. All right.
By order of President Snow, all residents must proceed to the presidential.
Like, they're the ones that look the most suspicious in a crowd of ridiculously dressed people. Like, they're the only ones covering their face in any meaningful way. I would look directly at them. Uh-oh. How are you playing this off? Whoa, that was loud. You got it. Go. Push forward. Did Gale just get caught? Is that Gale? You just let him get captured. Bro, Snow used the people as bait. He doesn't... Yeah, bring the children first so he can take your children, disregard you as adults, and then mold the children into whatever he desires them to be. This is wild, guys. Guys, I wouldn't be too... it should be like grenades or something. Right. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah. Like, why would you... Oh. Hopefully the peacekeepers end up turning, guys, because that was pretty egregious, guys. Extremely egregious. Didn't see that. A secondary explosion. Prim became a medic just to... Hopefully she's alive still, guys.
Hey.
Is she back at 13? Because that'll be crazy,
okay.
guys.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Peacekeepers, palace guards. They had kids in there, too. It's over after that.
Where's Prim? Oh no. Are they in like the presidential palace? Bro, where's Snow? How much left? There's 37 minutes left? Nah, bro. This can't be the end. If so, then there'll be another part, but...
That's a nice one. The colors are lovely, of course.
Oh, he's here.
But nothing says perfection like white.
Really?
I was hoping you'd find your way here. You really think I gave the order? We both know I'm not above killing children. But I'm not wasteful. I take life for specific reasons.
He's saying he's a pawn.
I must concede it was a masterful move on Coin's part. I'm afraid we've both been played for fools.
What's funny is that I obviously hate his character. I don't like him strongly, but the first introduction to her in part 1, right, was a very unfortunate one because I didn't trust her, like, at all. She has none of my trust. She has none of my loyalty. She has nothing positive coming from me at all, okay? I do absolutely believe that this is a plausible thing. Snow needs to be deleted, but he will basically be expiring soon. Anyway, Coin still has a couple of years in her life, and she should be deleted also now. I do believe that she definitely has the capacity to do exactly what just happened here. She is absolutely frightened that Katniss, another matriarchal like figurehead, right, will come in and take her place. Right, absolutely. That is her rage, right? So she's like, yeah, let me send her, Katniss' sister, to the front line just in case. Prim also, has the ability one day to take my place. That's kind of the overall vibe I'm getting. So yeah, absolutely.
I don't believe you.
He's not lying in this instance.
Oh, my dear Miss Everdeen, I thought we'd agreed never to lie to each other.
Is that you?
I don't know. I was supposed to take care of your family.
I'm sure that's not all you know, sir. I hate that statement. All I know is you know more than that. Well, guess she didn't choose him.
And the honor of declaring myself interim president of Panem.
Right.
I offer an alternative plan.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of 4 may approve it, no one may abstain. We hold a symbolic Hunger Games. You may cast your votes.
No.
No. We need to stop viewing each other as enemies.
Okay.
I get to kill Snow. I expected no less. And I vote yes.
We'll announce the games tonight after the execution.
What angle are you taking here? And she's still carrying these those pills. That pill. Let's see. It's really unfortunate. Hold on, guys. I'm not gonna try. Well, yeah, I'm gonna try to forecast this, guys. Listen. So if you look at the placement of where Snow is, she's standing right behind it, but higher. I don't think that's a good idea to stand. That's not a good place to stand right now, at least, because unless she said yes for the sole purpose of actually doing it, knowing that she'd be right there, because she's super angry at Coin.
May her arrow signify the end of tyranny and the beginning
Bro,
of a new era.
just aim up. Get him in a moment. He's already tied down, bro. Yeah, he knew. Well deserved.
You don't disappoint.
Right.
Gave me a letter for you.
I don't want it.
You probably want this one. You probably want this letter, bro.
Okay. I'll read it.
It was pretty obvious leading up to it that she was going to seek retribution.
But if I had to put you through it again for this outcome, I would. Isn't a great gift for self-destruction.
Absolutely.
Although who knows? Maybe this time we'll learn.
No.
You become like the president or something, obviously.
We go home.
Where is home? So did Haymitch stay, or? Because it looked like he just stopped walking. Is that the same cat that she took to 13, or is it a different cat, guys? All right, she'll be using this animal as like an emotional support cat to help with her grieving.
Hey. I came home.
Yeah.
Where's the mother at, guys?
I hope you're both finding some peace. Annie.
Annie. Finnick Annie. Okay.
And they say no one ever wins the games.
He did.
Why they came. Why they won't ever go away.
It's a beautiful shot. Like a nice oval
I survive.
bokeh or bouquet.
I make a list in my...
Whew. Now the ending of the movie, fine. They got together, no problem. But the overall crux of it, guys, it's the whole series is super interesting, right? Like it's obviously like based. It's supposed to be some type of like commentary on overall modern society. I would say the haves and have-nots, and just overall just trying to survive in a society based on the haves and have-nots, right? Just trying to maintain some type of civility while absolutely using the have-nots for every single thing that you have, right? And just stepping on their throats as much as humanly possible. Yeah, obviously, everyone is trying to survive. I will say that my overall perception of PETA has changed slightly. And see, the thing about it is, guys, like, understand, I'm watching these movies for the first time, okay? So if you go into the comments and start yelling at me, right, because I don't understand the point of view of someone that has seen or read the entirety of a series, right, you can't really expect me to, because again, I didn't really know much about what was happening. Like, part 2 basically explained why Peter was doing all these things in part 1. Because in part 1, I just see it as, oh, this guy's obviously weak, right? I don't understand why someone would say all these things. For me, that looks like straight weakness. Just period, right? But now, at least in part 2, I kind of understand, like, some of the things that kind of went into, like, understanding exactly why he was acting extremely cowardly in part 1. And it wasn't him. That's it. It just wasn't him. It has nothing really to do with him. He was taken. He was given this, you know, the tracker jacker venom that changed his whole perception of what is real and what is not. I understand that now, but not when I said what I had said. The same thing kind of happens in Game of Thrones also, where people, if I say one thing, you guys have to understand, guys, I'm watching this literally for the first time. Like, I'm generally super perceptive. I come from the realm of kind of filming things, right? And either film and photography. I was a director of photography for a couple of films, guys, right? Like, I can tell you by looking at a shot what's kind of going to happen, right? Just by how it's being arranged, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of where I'm coming from in terms of, like, a lot of these movies where people are like, oh, you've seen this before. I've never seen this. I can just tell you by looking at the scene, you know? The scenes give spoilers. They generally don't film something that isn't important. And as a director, you're absolutely, like, responsible for every single thing that is on in that frame. So, all right, I just had to kind of say this again, just so people can hopefully understand it this time, guys. I would honestly say that this is probably closer to American society more so than anyone else, though. Just with how a lot of it is. It's just commercialism, consumerism. It's just like all the isms you can put together into one to create this one absolutely amazing story that we just kind of encountered. I would say probably, almost 10 hours of movie? Guys, it was great. No complaints here. You know, I can say that we could have probably gone with maybe a 30-minute part 1, if that makes any sense, right? Part 1 was very long, almost unnecessary for the series. And I also find it interesting that in a movie that's trying to kind of fight against that very specific thing, why would you produce part 1? Right? The story did not have to be stretched as long as it did. It feels like a money grab coming from a movie that is trying to fight against the concept of using people for your gain. But all right, guys, listen, let me know in the comments of the next one of these type of movies I should be checking out. And if you guys actually do want to see the full-length version of these reactions, they are on Patreon in the 2nd tier. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day and enjoy your day thoroughly.